What's going on YouTube? Heading back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video we have a bunch of important things to discuss. Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then the coin for this week will be Basic Attention Token, BAT to Bitcoin. That will be the coin for this week's review. Otherwise guys, we have a bunch of important things to discuss in terms of Bitcoin, seeing another major freaking rally happening within the market. Another unpredictable up 12% market rally, which is absolutely phenomenal. We're going to be going into specifics as to where that's going to continue up higher. Is it going to pull back down? Are we going to see consolidation? Kind of figuring out where exactly the market's headed. Otherwise, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and let's jump right into today's episode. So guys, before I begin, hopefully you guys have checked out yesterday's video. If not, I highly recommend you do so, but I'm going to extend that onto today. So basically I'm doing a crypto giveaway, Litecoin giveaway in specific, for those who have been supporting me for such a long time. We just broke 9,000 subscribers and are blasting right through that. So a way to give back to you guys is I'm doing a Litecoin giveaway right now, and it'll probably go on for another maybe day or two, and I'll do the giveaway towards the end of the week, and I'll make a video showing who wins. But it's very simple. All you have to do is comment your Litecoin address down below. That's step one. Step two is comment subscribed, or that you're a current subscriber already. This way I know. And when I do the giveaway, I will be picking, a random person and then checking to see if they are actually subscribed to the channel. If they are, they'll get the crypto. Otherwise, I find somebody else. Also, if you don't actually, if you miss out on this week's giveaway, I will be doing one when we hit 10,000 subscribers too. So it won't go to loss. Just keep around, keep watching the videos, and we'll be doing an even bigger giveaway of $100 of free cryptocurrency to one lucky subscriber when we hit 10K. So definitely make sure to smash that subscribe button. Otherwise, let's jump into today's video. So we're on the current coin market cap, and also I apologize for the episode if the microphone is coming in a little bit echoey. I am packing up and getting ready to move back home for the summer, so a lot of my equipment that I'm using, especially the soundboard and the sound foam, is kind of in storage right now. It's packed away in my car, so I won't be able to really have the optimal setup for right now, but it'll all be good by the end of the week. Otherwise, market cap is $229 billion, almost 81 billion in volume, and then Bitcoin dominance is 60%. I haven't seen Bitcoin 60% volume in quite a freaking long time. Absolutely wild. Seeing 24-hour volume at 80.8 billion is also absolutely mind-boggling too. So same thing goes with the market cap too. We're almost up like 30 billion more than where we were like last week. As I scroll down, you can see obviously markets are doing very well. They're up quite a bit, and I am going to go into specifics truthfully and as transparently as I can with my trades, where I'm buying, selling, and then kind of what I'm going to do moving forward with this crazy market. So you can see out of the top 10 cryptocurrencies, they're all up. They're all doing phenomenal. Binance coin is the one that's doing the best, but we do have Bitcoin doing fairly well. 11.79% is still very good. Double-digit cryptos all around the board. Market is pumping quite a bit. The fact that Bitcoin is about to hit $8,000 is absolutely incredible. Like, I'm so impressed and proud of the market. I'm glad that I've been holding on and buying the dips as we've started to stagger back down all the way down to like $3,000. Same thing with Litecoin. Litecoin went all the way to 20 bucks, and I bought in quite a bit then too. So it's absolutely awesome. But there are still ways to be buying and selling and short-term trading if you're not comfortable with holding on for that long. Nothing wrong with that. I do both of them. But with that being said, markets look great. I do want to move on to, Litecoin and kind of explain what it is that I'm going to be doing with the cryptocurrencies. Now, there's a lot going on right now, and it's kind of hard to kind of gear what's going on because we're seeing Bitcoin being affected a lot more than the other altcoins. And I'll go into specifics because Litecoin's $89 right now, and it was much higher a couple of days ago. Bitcoin is the only one that's really taking off compared to the altcoins. Ethereum, very similar in price. Basic Attention Token, similar price. Really not seeing much movement like we've seen in the past. And this is the pretty crazy part that we're going to talk about in a second. But in terms of Litecoin, a lot of this stuff is very intricate, and it does follow technical analysis. I do believe that there is a reason to use technical analysis and understand how to graph and follow things, because look at the purple uptrend that I have. No beginner or no, novice needs to know. This is pretty obvious to see that the price was indeed following these purple lines here. Not only were we channeling in between here, but then we used it as the uptrend right here to carry us higher. We used it as a resistance, and now it's doing exactly that. It's now acting as another resistance inside the ascending wedge as we start to head higher. So it plays out so well, and huge shout out to everybody who has me on Patreon. That is the only way to get this exclusive content and a way for you guys to actually get my charts prior to me uploading them to YouTube. It is awesome. The community is almost at, I believe, 40 patrons. It is actually growing substantially, and it is becoming an awesome community on Patreon for really novice and diehard cryptocurrency, beginners, hodlers, experts, things like that, and they all come together, and we're really, sharing our popular beliefs and things like that, as well as being able to help me pick and choose, what cryptocurrencies to review for the channel. All the votings goes there, so it's definitely something I recommend checking out. It's awesome. It's a great way to get this exclusive content as well, and to see these charts, and for actually able to talk, one-on-one, and actually have a personal conversation with me besides just a one-way communication through YouTube. So highly recommend. It's the second link in the description, but you can see how beautiful it's playing out. For those who have me on Patreon would have known that we're seeing resistance here because we have a purple uptrend. We would have seen that. We've talked about it in the Patreon group. We know that there's an uptrend here, and we know there's facing resistance. That's why, even though we're breaking through it, we're closing below the uptrend. You can see right here, 1, 2, now 3 days of consolidation where we've retraced and recessed below our really strong resistance. Not only that, but we have a resistance at $90 in play, and we're also it's a double top at the overbought line too. So there's a lot of resistances happening for Litecoin that are kind of pulling and holding this price down. Not to say that we can't burst through and explode up in price, which is kind of difficult to call. When you look at charts like this, most popular belief would say it's going to pull back down. That's where the whole market needs to do, is to pull back down. And when we're in a bear market, it's much easier to pick and choose and use technical analysis. But when we start to rally up much more, it's hard to see those massive spikes in volume, and they're unpredictable and almost impossible to get into unless you're holding long term. But with my style of trading, which you'll learn if you stick around, it's a conservative style. We look for the best opportunities to buy in, and then we ride the wave up. So if we see consolidation in Litecoin back to like 83, we'll know that's a good buying opportunity, and then we can ride that up much higher. Even a pullback to $80 we would know is a great buying opportunity, and we can start dollar cost averaging and figure out how to lock in profits. Otherwise, moving on to Bitcoin, the coin that's going absolutely phenomenal right now. Don't get me wrong. It's beautiful. I recommend taking profits because this isn't a stable thing. It's not long term. We're not going to just head right up. A lot of the FOMO people, it's also crazy because, I've seen through the growth on this channel and being very unbiased and taking emotions out of the market. When I first started my channel, it was all negative. My channel was built on negative people giving negative comments about the market doing horrible and how crypto's a scam and it's over. And I find it funny because now when you look at it, the fact that we're about to hit $8,000 is comical. I think we actually did hit 8,000 or very close. They all went away, and now everybody's saying, "Oh, we're going to 10K, we're going to 15K." It's very funny how, I watch the tides turn with a different amount of people who comment, and I find it quite hysterical, but. I guess a buying opportunity right here would have been, a good one, and then you could sell off. By the way the daily looks, it doesn't look good. We're extremely overbought here, and it could mean that consolidation, or does mean consolidation, is needed. We're also really, really, really far away from our high-low MMA, which is an indication that pullbacks are expected to happen. On the 4-hour, you can see we pretty much tapped off on our 6760 line. So I guess you could have started dollar cost averaging here and bought in right here, expecting to buy in lower when we hit 6200, but obviously we didn't do that. We started to rise up. We managed to hit 7800, but we're now back in overbought on the 4-hour, and I think we're also overbought on the weekly. So you can see we're finally overbought on this weekly. You can see we're so overextended above our high-low MMA. It's awesome because the last time we were at $8,000 was literally back in July of 2018. So it's been a little less than a year since we've seen that, which isn't too bad. But the markets are coming up, and in 5 or 6 months we could see the price all the way at 15K again. It's definitely doable. So that's why I'm saying, and I'm not trying to spread any FUD on technical analysis, but you should be wise, and you should at least be holding onto some crypto locked away and stored so that you're at least getting the best of both worlds. And then you can swing trade your money and make profit off of it that way. That's what I do, and that's what I recommend. But the way the charts are looking, it's really difficult to not want to throw in your money right now into this booming market. I mean, that's what FOMO is, fear of missing out, FOMO. It's that simple. A lot of people think, oh, I'm going to miss out on this run. Let me throw in. And then what ends up happening is they go, okay, I'm going to buy in right here. What usually happens is market was pretty much a dud. It ended, and then we start to see this. And I'm sure a lot of you would not want to be in on that. So I don't want to spread fear. I don't want to spread FUD. But that is definitely a possibility, and I'd rather not be, buying all the way at the top here when this pretty much is, I think, the end of the run, and I'd rather be buying in down here and making profit off that ripple bounce where I know is going to happen. But, I want to give out and be as transparent as possible, is that it's definitely possible to see us go much higher, because if we literally look back at previous history, you can see when we were in that overbought line, when we were overbought, which was right here, who knew that we were going to go all the way up to $8,000? And then look what happened after we hit 8K. 8K was right here, which was right all the way at 80 or 79 on the RSI. And then we went from 8K all the way to 20K. And we were overbought. And there's very little movement on the RSI, but the price moved up $12,000. This is impossible to call. It's not known. The only reason we're shooting up like that, and I'm sure this plays a big role in it, is I'm sure the news stations, the media are really pushing the fact that Bitcoin is moving up to $75,000, $8,000. And that's what's driving this volume right now, is that the media is really getting their hands around it and manipulating it. And when the media tells everybody that Bitcoin's going up again, this is the run to get involved in, that's what is pushing this much farther. And that you got to be careful, because honestly, it doesn't look like a bad market to buy into now, but people are going to be buying up again, unfortunately, at the 13, 14, 15, all the way to $20,000 line, expecting it to go to 50K. So that's my 2 cents on that. I honestly think Ethereum's going to pull back down. It's nearing overbought. It's above its $200 resistance. I think it's coming back down. Truthfully, I'm just going to play it conservatively and wait. I'm comfortable waiting. I'd rather invest and make money on something I know is going to make me money than take a risk that's more likely in favor of it pulling back down and losing it all. So I'd rather just play the odds and wait it out. And then basic attention token looking like a double bottom right here, nearing overbought. Doesn't look too bad. It's pretty much down from its run, and you can see when there are some coins that act inversely compared to others. Some coins shoot up when the price of Bitcoin moves up, and others tank when the price of Bitcoin moves up. So there's an inverse fluctuation here, but it's definitely a very huge possibility that we're going to see the market dump the next couple of days back, and we're going to see a lot of red on the market. That's my 2 cents looking at this, but it is definitely very possible for us to see this again. It also looks very identical to what we've seen in the past. You'll also notice there really wasn't much resistance on the way up here, and that's kind of what happened here. You can see it almost looks a little similar to what's going on again. Do I think, okay, so here's something. So let's just say we do imitate the market. So look, we shot up here, then we dumped, and then we came up. So it's definitely a possibility that we could do that again, where we started here, we came up, we could dump back down and then break up again. Very similar to what happened back in the end of 2017. So who knows? Do I think we're going to go like this? No. Is it possible? Yes, of course. But if things play out, we could anticipate another pullback to happen right here. And then we could potentially see a move to the upside. Otherwise, guys, that's going to sum up today's episode. I'm sorry if the video didn't come out 100% up to par like my usual ones. I am in the process of moving back to Long Island. A bunch of new content is coming out. An awesome studio is going to be built. And then we're going to get everything set up. So just stay along for the ride, hodl. And make sure to take part in the giveaway for the Litecoin. Just drop your Litecoin address down below, as well as let me know that you've been subscribed. And subscribe. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.